Opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 27, Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
I think every player in the NFL would want to come back from injury, as Nick Bosa did last season. 15.5 sacks, 4th in the NFL after playing in only 2 games the prior season due to a knee injury.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 39, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Well, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Steps away. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Well, the beauties of calling an RPO is similar to play action. Your job is to freeze linebackers, freeze linemen. And in this case, I felt like everyone got rooted to the spot while he was still on the go. And it turned into an impressive game.
Santos with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Here's Beckham. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Chicago trusted Darnell Mooney to step up and be their top wide receiver, and he gave them a 1,000-yard season in return. They're certainly hoping that their third-year wideout can form a lasting connection with second-year quarterback Justin Fields. Looks like that connection is starting to pay off, this time for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And all the way inside inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, there's still a little bit of...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Isaiah Pacheco with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Okay, ready?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lance now to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 70 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance on the move to his left. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That is caught by the tight-end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Fields on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Completion here to Claypool. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. But an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Robert Tonyan, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. 20, 10, 5. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here we go.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now play fake. Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lance. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Nice offense on 3rd down today. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Desperation time here. Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields, throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos for the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Throwing now is Lance. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 26 yards. And the Bears start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Ready.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd and 5 now. Lance flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident throw.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.